19-15 in favor of Switzerland after the one overtime. It was so close. Bulgaria was there, but then they could have lost it in the regular part, but managed to take the overtime at the end. Switzerland's map. Swage.
Yeah, I said 16-6 for Bulgaria, but I kind of underestimated how bad their T-side on Mirage can be. No, honestly, their T-side Mirage was awful. It wasn't that bad because every time they went for that B site, I'm pretty sure they every time at least got a bomb plant, if not a round. But for some reason they tried to go for that A site over and over and over again, and I'm not sure if they won even a one round going for that A site. Even when they had the advantage, the crossfire is definitely not there. We see out of 4 guys alive, they had in overtime, I think, on their T side, they had 4 guys alive going into that A side versus 3 cities, and out of them 4, I think 3 guys simultaneously are looking towards jungle and connector, and the Switzerland guy just coming from CT gets a double spray down out of nothing. So here we go. I think this is going to be the first European match that will go to
the decider.
All 3 maps.
Yeah, Rema, your thoughts on the map?
Well, yeah, as Wojciech pointed out, Bulgaria really didn't have a good T side at all. Like Switzerland coming back on their city side again, half going in a way of Bulgaria 9-6, then Switzerland managing to get 9 rounds on their city side as well. So, I mean, all in all, Switzerland really played great, and Bulgaria really didn't on their T side. And we talked about it, like if this comes to a decider or a third map, we'll definitely see Bulgaria winning that one, but I hope they have a better T-strats or T-executes prepared for that overpass, or even basic stuff for overpass, not just like this on Mirage. Like on Mirage, they got mid-control, but they didn't really know what to do out of that mid-control. They tried one time to split B, but that's all.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
basically, yeah.
Get it, split B, and
Yeah, that's
okay. That's it. Is this what we were looking from Maniac and the rest of his team?
I mean, all of them stepped up. Spider having 33 frags at the end of regular time. I honestly underestimated him, as he sorry, as he said in the preview. I said he's old and maybe he doesn't have that much experience, but we saw what he can do, and he really stepped. He stepped up for them, and going into Overpass. I'm not sure. I'm gonna favor Bulgaria still, but this T side on Mirage was horrendous. Out of
Bulgaria maybe wasn't counting on that third map. Is this Overpass something that suits them or Switzerland?
Yeah, I said it even right after that video stage that I really like it. That video stage from Bulgaria banning the Dust 2, so it leaves the train and Overpass in. And I think any of those 2 maps would favor Bulgaria. Although I think they are a favorite, at least on paper, when you look at it, just Overpass a game by itself. If it was the best of 1, I think Bulgaria would be the favorite. But with the momentum Switzerland got from this Mirage, maybe the full surprise, at least for me, is possible here.
But Emma, do you think psychologically Bulgaria can come back from this? Because since the old players, most of them are pretty young.
I mean, definitely they lost before, probably in BO3, so they can maybe calm themselves down and work on their third map or decider. So I hope as I said, I hope they have something more prepared on that Overpass. We favor them, the veto stage. If it comes to decider, that Bulgaria will probably take that one, because they love to play that Overpass, especially big pro players. As of recently, they picked it against MK, didn't go too well for them, but all in all, I think that they can definitely bring a win here. But if Switzerland plays their city side like they played on Mirage, I hope they can win maybe city half and then try to win the map.
Yeah, what I hope on Overpass coming out of Bulgaria, I think they need to step up on their T side, and they will step up on their T side, because what we saw on Mirage just isn't going to cut it on Overpass, and I think they are able to step it up on Overpass. As Svojich mentioned, that's one of their good maps. The Vito stage went good for them. They did the ban and pick phase right, so I think they'll perform better on this last map.
Since we know the lineups and the map, should we expect some kind of a fight on the mid control and some kind of an aggression there? Switch.
Well, definitely. Well, I'm not sure how Switzerland is prepared for that overpass, honestly. I think their main, force should be that momentum from Mirage. Yeah. And if Spider and the rest of the guys, Maniac, I don't think he had a great game on Mirage either. But if he can wake up and get a flow on that momentum, maybe they can win it. But from Bulgaria, I mean, they like to play it, and now I'm not really sure. Are they allowed? Yeah, they're definitely allowed to switch players.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, MK is done with their match.
Yeah, maybe get Nikin.
I mean, it's cutting really close. If you somehow lose this overpass, you're out.
Yeah.
And I mean, those guys are free now to play. I mean, maybe it's not a bad idea.
Okay, we found out what happened to Nikki.
Yeah.
So he's.
I'm very interested to hear. Yeah. I'm all ears.
Yeah, I see. So he's actually now playing for MK instead of Punisher on Valve events. So he can. I mean, he was the addition we talked about that MK needed, and I hope that he can bring a lot to them, honestly, especially at those Valve events, and that's why we didn't see him in this lineup today. But maybe, as Wakey pointed out, their match is finished and they can definitely.
Do you expect to see the change in the lineup?
There. I mean, if they want to, but
yeah, I
don't know.
Is it a good thing to change the lineup right now and not having faith in your teammates?
Right now, yeah, because I think now is a good time for that change. Simply because they lost it and they lost it in overtime. That might do some mental damage to them in terms of their confidence. I mean,
that sounded weird. Sorry.
Mental
damage.
Psychological damage. Sorry, psychological damage. Going to overtime, getting that win for the last round for that overtime, getting there and then losing it with 0-4. So at this point, I think. Having fresh heads and having fresh players from MK should benefit Bulgaria if they want to.
I would agree with you and disagree with the change if the situation was different and if they lost the first map and then won the second one and then you're changing players just because you can.
Yeah.
But in this situation where they won the first one, lost the second one, I don't see why wouldn't you bring in your big guns and win that overpass pretty easily. It's not only that it's MK and their players are probably, well, not probably, they are the best in Bulgaria, but Overpass is one of their maps. So Overpass is the map they play. Overpass will be played, so I don't see why not.
Do you think? Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to mention when Dusha mentioned mentally affecting the players. You see Psycho and coming out of that game.
Okay, stop.
Please
stop right now.
Please. No.
Can we get
If
the
you want to
camera
help
off him?
Prima, send an SMS, a text message to 5224.
Crowdfunding.
Okay, Kickstarter.
I'll go for a compendium.
Wow. Okay.
Do you think Maniac's experience can be decisive and can help Switzerland here? Maybe he can come up with some new tactics.
Yeah, he's showing so far. I think he had a bit better showing on Mirage than on Cash, but overall, I expected more from Maniac, honestly. I mean, maybe I'm going to say it again, maybe he's putting a lot of pressure on himself, trying to be that star player for Switzerland, trying to be the captain, the in-game leader, the entry fragger, all of it, pretty much. Maybe that's just, I mean, that's not the situation he's used to. So maybe just leading that team. You have Spider, who's, if Switzerland maybe wins this overpass and Spider puts up another performance like he did on that Mirage, I would definitely say he's the MVP.
Yeah.
Possibly he's playing out of his mind so far. Even on Cash, he was top fragging, right?
Yes,
for Switzerland. So maybe just be the proper in-game leader and utilize your players as well as you can.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with the predictions. Dusan.
I'm gonna stick with Bulgaria. I'm gonna say 16 to 12.
I don't know. Do we have an info about the lineups? Not yet.
Nope.
You didn't get any info.
Maybe
Okay.
nothing's changed.
Yeah, maybe nothing's changed. Maybe they don't know they
But
have
that
the
would be
opportunity.
cool to know if
Yeah.
we're gonna do predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
maybe they
decide,
even don't
maybe.
know they can change the lineup
Yeah,
between the maps. But
they definitely
hopefully they're informed, well informed.
Do we know the side that they got if they won the knife?
know.
Nothing?
No.
City side, Bulgaria.
Oh, 16 to 12.
Hello,
Yes.
production,
Yeah.
our old friends. Can you get us?
Okay.
You're
Okay.
okay. Let's talk a little
Scrap
bit
the predictions.
about Poland. What the heck is going
No,
with
sorry.
Poland?
I really want to know. Did Bulgaria change any of their players? Because they can. Can we
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
that
We're
info?
probably gonna get an info soon, but yeah.
Hello, production. my old
If
friend.
the lineups stay the same, do you think the result? What would be the result?
If the lineups change,
No, if it stays the same.
Sorry,
I know you have voices in your head like I
so-
do. I know.
So if the same, I'll still stick with Bulgaria just because of their what they did in cash, and Overpass for them is a similar map in terms of they know what to do on their T side. Mirage, as we saw, was T side didn't happen for them, but I think on Overpass they know how to cope with that T side, and even starting on CD side, maybe that preferred side. I'm gonna stick with Bulgaria even with this lineup and still say they're gonna win.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go with Bulgaria as well, winning this one because I favored the veto as if it comes to decider for Bulgaria. So 16 to 10. Oh, you said 16 to 10?
12.
Okay, 16 to 10 Bulgaria.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Bulgaria still. I think just Mirage is definitely not their map. I don't know why. Something's not clicking on that Mirage. So I'm gonna say 16 to 6 Bulgaria.
Okay, the game has already started. It's 1-0 in favor of Switzerland, Harry, and Mega Man. Let's go.
Hello there, guys. Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. And well, yeah, we are going into the third map, like they did so rightly say, Switzerland versus Bulgaria. And of course, we have already seen the first round unfold. I'm going to be your host, Harry, and I'm also joined by my talented American co-caster, Mega Man. How's it going, buddy?
Going pretty well, man. Ready to rock and roll for this final map. Like he said, we did miss the opening round. It went the way of Switzerland, so it is the 1-0 scoreline that you're going to see pop up on your screen here in just a second. But as far as what we're seeing, it looks like Bulgaria has made a couple of substitutions.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when we look at it, we do notice you got Bubble and Victor playing, and Victor is, if I'm right in saying, he was an old. Oh, was it actually? Oh, I can't remember who he used to play for. I think it actually was e-frag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. I was actually a huge fan of Victor back when he used to play for them. So there is always that, and I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how he changes this up. Maniac though, going that subs aren't anything. He's all you need, as he does manage to pick up 2, but then Bubble and Punisher coming in. Getting 2 of their own in Switzerland. They need to hold on to this now. They've got that bomb down, and they did manage to win the first round, but there we go. The second round is going to go the way of Bulgaria. We are going to see things go 1-1. So straight away, we already have the promise that this looks like it's going to be a close game.
Big news about that round isn't just the fact that they were able to win that, but the fact that they were able to steal away 2 AK-47s to work with into the next round as well. Pretty big stuff right there. They're going to buy up the rest behind that one. You can see it's going to be a pretty tame buy from the Switzerland side. They're not going to invest too heavily into this one. They want to get a buy round into the next round. So it looks like it is just going to be a rush beat, don't stop kind of deal. Let's see what they can find. One player over barrels. That's going to be Punisher. Are they going to clear him out? Yes, they are. They're going to do a little bit of damage to him, but there's still this player that's just holding over by Graffiti. It's going to be NKL. Going to be able to find 1. Punisher from Pit finds 2. Looking for some more, and there you go. All down to the man with the plan, and Maniac's going to be able to find 1. Not able to get the rifle out in time. He is going to take a dirt nap over there in the backside of Monsters. So 2-1 now for Bulgaria, and we will see the reinvestment from the Swiss.
Yeah, no, it's important that Switzerland try to get back out on top of things. I do think the reformed Bulgaria here is a much stronger team. I do think that as a result of these substitutions, we are going to see some very, very exciting gameplay coming out. But here we go. We're going to be seeing a fairly hefty presence up in towards A and mid, with Klein dropping down to go ahead and watch that connector area. Of course, if you get connector control, you have a huge array of options at your disposal, because it gives you so much fluidity between getting down A and B. Very, very advantageous to whoever controls it, whether it's T or CT sided. So it's good to see Switzerland taking control of that so early on. Maniac here, he's scouting out that site, and of course he did see Nicky just sort of jump over there a minute ago.
Yeah, but it's going to be a really slow play. They've actually left the bomb back in playground right now just so they can scout out Party and the bathrooms area. And Maniac can actually hear the jumping. I believe that's Bubble that's on the other side of the wall. And yeah, oh no, I'm sorry, it's NKL that's on the other side of that wall. I don't know if NKL could actually spot him from the angle from which he was jumping around that corner, but luckily for both of them, they get away from that unscathed. There's the spot. Now he's going to be able to see him. Maniac's going to throw a little bit of spam through the paneling, but that's not going to connect. Re-smoke out onto short, but the bomb is going to be working up towards A. There's 3 players over here that are going to be watching this. Bubble's got the advantageous corner to work with. Smokes go out, flashbang as well. He's not going to peek with it, but they should know that he's there. One player working through the smoke, that's going to be Merca. Oh, and short, he looked like he wanted to clear it, but he ends up not peeking it anyway. He gets taken down for it. The CT side just clean house over at the A bomb site. Again, only losing 1 player into that round. It's only 2 players lost in the last 2 rounds for the Bulgarians, so 3-1 for them.
Yeah, no, they're in a good place now, and of course they did manage to take that first round off of Switzerland when they you know, Switzerland won the first round, and then Bulgaria were able to take the second off of them, which has had a fairly substantial impact. Switzerland now forced down onto another eco round, as we do see them buy up in the previous round, and this is going to have fairly big implications, because when you look at their economy, it does mean Bulgaria are easily going to take this 4-1, and even the buy on the next round isn't going to be, you know, and actually no, it'll be fairly solid. I forgot they were getting that round bonus, and that 1 round as it starts. Never mind, forget that. Just pretend I didn't say it. Woo. Anyway, we are going to be seeing a huge rush from the Swiss heading up onto that A site and just trying to overwhelm the Bulgarians, holding it down with Bubble and Victor just doing so much damage here, holding this site dead fast and strong. But bomb's going to get planted. That's going to be very, very good for the Swiss, as they do get that money bonus and the $800 as a result. And so we will be seeing a fairly formidable buy in the next round. But regardless, 4-1 is going to be the scoreline here. And of course, this is the final map of the night, map 3, and it is going to be Overpass. So yeah, you know, we've seen a very strong performance from both teams on either map. Of course, Bulgaria managed to secure the first, that was Cash. Switzerland secured the second, which was Mirage, and this is the random map, which is Overpass. And well, I mean, both teams prove to be fairly strong, as we have seen. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. I think it is going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. It really does come down to raw skill and talent.
It's kind of interesting to me that Short is going to continue to be the dedicated operator here for the Swiss side, when it seemed like Merca had a little bit more impact in that last map with the AWP for the Swiss. But we'll see. Give the guy an opportunity to see what he can do. See if he can lay it down. But as of right now, it's going to be a very slow round from the Swiss side. Looking to put those rifles to work, but Bubble's got the AWP over here towards long. He's just watching for that push to come around from the outside. He might be obliged here. Oh, and the timing. He falls off it just in the nick of time. There was a player that was going to be coming around the corner towards Boulder at long A. But again, very slow strat from the Swiss. Looks like they want to favor going towards some bathroom control. Missed smoke. That's a little bit of a misfortune for the terrorist side, as that smoke actually blocks vision of their own players.
But here we go. Push is going to be on the Swiss, getting those smokes in, and well, they did manage to pick up 1. Joel doing a great job to get that kill net onto NKL as well. And while Punisher goes down, so straight away that B site is completely open. The rotate's fairly slow getting in, but Bubbles up there, up in heaven, laying down the pain with that AWP, and that's going to be bomb dropped in the middle of the site, and without any sort of smoke or flash, it's going to be in a great place for Bubble just to provide overwatch for that sniper. That's going to be 3 for him now, and well, it all comes down to Klein, and sadly, Bubble does manage to secure a 4th, just walking into his scope then. And that means it's going to go 5-1. Bubble showing how a substitution could be just such an amazing change for your team.
I'm confused. I don't know what that smoke was that was in that B-bomb site. It looked like he got thrown out, and it was a little bit shallow from default, but it was perfectly fine to plant next to the pole inside of the B-bomb site, which you can plant next to. That is a thing. You can, in fact, plant next to that pole. And the bomb carrier just ran right through the smoke, and Bubble was just able to firing squad it from up in heaven. He just gets 4 kills with no chance of recovery, no chance of a trade. And I'm a little perplexed by that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do agree that there was no opportunity to trade. They didn't push that as a team either. They all just ran out of that smoke one by one, trying to get him off the reload. And that is definitely what let them down. But have they learned their lesson? They're going to be pushing out a B again. Merca's lining up a few smokes this time, and they're just waiting for these smokes to fade and going to be pushing through. Merca could get quite out in the open here, potentially, with that bomb. As he is going to be the second man in. Sadly, Spider's going to fall, and Merca's going to rethink everything. Does manage to get that trade frag, though, which is going to come in very handy when it comes to getting out to the site. Klein's there as well. But, Minko through that smoke, pushing in from behind, does manage to pick up one before getting traded, and now it is all going to fall onto Maniac here, and he does go down. NKL picks him up, and that does mean 6-1 now. Bulgaria looking so incredibly strong in the early stages of this game. And I mean, the Swiss really struggling to find their footing, I think.
Yeah, and that's actually 6 rounds in a row. I'm surprised that we don't see a heavier investment from the Swiss side on this one with the money bonus. But again, they didn't get the bomb planted in the last round. They actually didn't get the bomb planted in the last 2 rounds, so the economy has been a little bit light. And the big things to note is that Bubble, Punisher, and NKL are all sitting at 8 kills right now, 7 rounds in. So doing tremendous work for their team right here. Punisher was the one that I told you needed to step up after the last game, and he's been doing that so far in this matchup. So if he can continue to do this, then we might actually get a relatively quick game on our hands, just like Cash was, which was, what, 16-6, I believe?
Yeah, potentially. This game could be well and truly similar to the one that we saw earlier, actually. Good nades coming out. It's going to find great damage onto these eco-wing players. And look at the use of these Molotovs just to siphon down that HP so much before they even reach the site. Not even out the smokes yet. And they're going to be down low. And, well, it's all going to fall onto Maniac once again. A man in a dream. Will he succeed? Not likely.
Not a point of damage onto any of the CT side. Because those smokes and those Molotovs were so all-encompassing of that site. They were so hurt, and you said it right, they were so hurt by the time that they even smelled the bomb site. And as soon as they come through the smokes, there was 4 CTs on the other side of it. It's just a firing squad. And again, I mean, just a very clean round for Bulgaria, not losing any weapons unnecessarily, and you can see how the economy is impacted. You've got 2 players up over $11,000, 2 other players that are up around 8,000, and 1 at 5,700. So big plays being made by playmakers right now. Big opening pick, too, is NKL going to get aggressive on the long A towards Party. He's going to find that pick over in Playground, but he does get punished, or at least Punisher gets punished. The return dunk nade is going to take down the AWP. The hands are short.
And now it's going to go into a 3-on-4 here. They know where Bomb was, and now they're just going to be retreating back. They want to keep the one-man advantage, which is something I can definitely agree with. You're going to notice they're going to be playing much more passive, NKL. And Minko just falling back to site, looking to keep the advantage they worked so hard to secure in the early stages of this game. And, well, Bomb does get picked up and is slowly but surely making its way over to A. Now, I think the Swiss at this point, they know that there's going to be 2 players on either site. They imagine that that's how Bulgaria are going to be playing this, because, you know, 50-50 odds. Just stack half your team one place, stack them the other. So providing they play the trade game, they should be able to at least get the bomb down here. And as long as they get some sort of opening frag to start this off, this round could potentially go the way of the Swiss. But, I mean, not the most favorable position we've ever seen them be in. Minko is going to be jumping. He will spot that out there. It doesn't really seem like many people there is actually realised his existence or acknowledged it. I think he's largely undiscovered. NKL from long as well gets 2 as well. It's just a complete mop-up right now. And NKL gets the 3 for the hat-trick. He actually had 4 because he got 1 earlier on. But still, the spray down was 3. And that's all that matters. But 8-1 is going to be the scoreline. It's looking not well. One-sided doesn't even describe it.
There's no wind in the sails for Switzerland.
Yeah.
There's no wind in the sails, and especially after you're riding a high coming off of Mirage, they just look very unprepared for this map. They very disheveled, very disorganized. They're not taking things as a team. When they do take things as a team, their nades aren't on point. And they're getting punished for it round in and round out. Maniac almost hitting that shot. Luckily, he's not going to get his face ripped off, because that would be bad.
Yeah, no, but I mean, we're going to be going into the 10th round. 8-1 is the scoreline, and while looking at this, the play from Switzerland here seems to be to take connector control and then play off of whatever pick they can get to open things up. And I mean, right now, picks have been quite a rare occurrence for these guys, so it would be good to finally see them start off on the right foot. You got Victor in a good position up here on long, because you can potentially sneak through those toilets and cause some damage in the back lines of the Swiss players. Going to be 4 of them over towards toilets, with Maniac lurking down towards that B-bomb site. He's doing all he can, trying to put the hurt on. He might be able to find a kill and a punish here, which could potentially start things off in the right way, and he does manage to do so. And well, with NKL unable to make that trade, Maniac's just going to be looking to fall back and take that one-man advantage. But look at this, Victor's pushed up from long, just like I said, pushing through behind them. And it's all going to come down to whether or not Maniac will be able to find him on the rotate. Bubble getting a wonderful shot there through the smoke. Minko gets one as well. Victor manages to secure one of his own, and Bubble gets another. Victor in from behind, though, just being the bane of their existence there, picking them all up, picking them off one by one. And that does mean it's going to go 9-1 now. Bulgaria showing no signs of easing off.
That was actually a super intelligent play from Victor. He knew from his teammate dying over at B that there was going to be a player that was coming on the rotate up through the sewer side, through the stairwell from Subway up and towards that bathroom side of things. So rather than committing to fighting those players and the potential of a secondary backstab coming in onto the back of him, he decides to wait for Maniac to come up the stairs, run past him, and he ends up getting 2 kills out of that round. And they also get the defuse. So there was a bomb plant, so that's why we see the big reinvestment here from the Swiss side. But right now, I mean, this is a great start for him. NKL at 12-3, Bubble sitting at 11-1. So all of them doing some pretty solid work. I mean, the lowest fragger is at 8 kills right now, and we're 10 rounds in. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, Switzerland, they are just struggling to find a way to get their foot in the door. I mean, they haven't really been able to seize any openings. As a matter of fact, it seems like they're the ones getting picked more often than the members of the CT side are. They just can't seem to find a way in. They don't have an edge, they don't have an angle, and as a result, we're seeing them put in a situation where they're just having to go for these all-out pushes onto a site. Well, it's not really working out for them just yet. Flash goes in, does manage to hit Bubble, but Minko's going to be there to get 2. He's doing the damage. And now Spider. And, well, saying that Merker goes down, so it is all going to fall on the Spider here. 1 versus 4, and he's stuck in probably the worst of places. He does have the bomb, but, I mean, Bubble's got an AWP, so swings him round him out, so it does mean Spider's going to go down. It's going to go 10-1. And, I mean, at this point, Switzerland must be crushed. The morale cannot be doing too good. I mean, emotionally, I'm expecting to see, the emo CDs coming out anytime soon. Things are just not looking good for them right now.
Yeah, and again, another denial in the last round for the bomb plant, so they're going to be on Tech 9s and armors to work forward, but the big thing about this is just that the control for Bulgaria is astronomical. These rounds back and forth, it ceased to be a thing now. And you can see, I mean, they're not losing players into these rounds, and it's going to be another fast hit towards the A-bomb site. Bubble's going to be over there, finds 2. He's got backup from his teammate who just bides his time and baits him out. Victor's going to pick up 2 for his troubles, and there's, again, no damage being dealt here on the CT side whatsoever. Finally, Spider's going to be able to find 1 onto Victor, but it's only one death on the CT side. Look at how much money they have. 16,000 on NKL right now. This is where if I was Minko,
yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
If I was Minko, I would have told NKL to drop me a gun, because he's going to cap on money at the end of this round, and you don't accrue any more than 16,000. I tell people this in pugs all the time. It's like, hey, I'm getting up to money cap. If you die this round, don't buy. Even though you've got plenty of money to do so, don't buy. Let me drop you a gun so I can use up some of my money so I can start building up my money again.
Yeah, definitely. It just comes down to that economy management. I mean, I don't have to say it, but I mean, Bulgaria, they do have money coming out their ears. They can't afford to throw it away, but I mean, I know exactly what you mean there. I often have to remind people to do that in pugs, like you say. Victor over on long manages to secure 2 in spectacular fashion. Bubble gets 2 of his own that round, and Punisher manages to come in with 1 as well. So a very, very quick, clean round, and that seems to be a recurring theme for the Bulgarians. They're not really too hampered by anything the Swiss have been able to put their way just yet. As a matter of fact, I don't really think we've seen... Hang on, yeah, like since Bulgaria has started winning, they've always had at least 2 players survive. They've never, ever gone into a situation where it's been... I mean, most of the time it's been 3 or more. So, like, money-wise, they're doing really well. Swiss just haven't had any impact right now. There's been very, very low impact frags, if any frags occurring for them. And as a result, it's showing in the scoreline 12-1.
Yeah, but at least they've got a 1-for-1 trade to start this round off, but is it going to be too little too late? That's the biggest part about this, because this has been... It depends on preparation going into this map. Some people will say that CT-sided. I've seen it be heavily terror-sided if the strategy is on point. If you've got a team that is the cerebral squad, they're going to be able to mess you up pretty royally when it comes down to executions and everything like that. And one of the big things, man, think about the last map. Who were your 2 big players for the Swiss side in the last map? Spider and Mirko, right?
Yeah, and look at them now.
That's Mirka's 2nd kill of the game, and it's in the 14th round. And that's all he's going to get. He's died every single round, and he's only gotten 2 kills so far.
Yeah, no, it's not looking good. Still, though, Klein trying to come in, trying to do away damage. Punisher goes down, and now it's going to go to a 2-on-2. Victor and Minko here trying to hold this down, trying to hold the fort. They know it's going to be BM. Victor's in a very good place. They didn't check behind the pillar, and he manages to pick up 1. Rotate's already come in. You might have the bomb, but oh, you just edge around the corner there short. You don't know how lucky you are. Just missing that spray. The AWP is the weapon of choice here, but he is going to go down anyway. Now he's going to go 13-1. I mean, I don't really know what other advice I can give Switzerland at this point. I mean, I don't know. I'm not playing right now. I need to talk from, you know, the outside perspective. But it's just not looking good for them. I do imagine morale is playing a huge role. I mean, 13-1 after coming off of a high of a win. You know, they must be distraught.
Maybe this is why Switzerland is a neutral country. So that way, if they were to get involved in a war, they would never have to surrender. Because at this point, they might want to consider that.
Yeah.
Because this is a whooping right here. Auto sniper once again gonna rain death out. Finds a little bit more damage over there, but again, it's just pretty much a clean sweep. Pushing aggressively is gonna be Spider. He gets out in front of that, finds 1, not able to get the 2nd though. And NKL is gonna be around the corner. Takes him down. Survives with 19 HP, but he's got 2 teammates in tow. The bomb is gonna be right outside of Monster, going to push its way in towards Long B, and this is actually the right move. Because everybody else is watching something different.
Gonna feel bad for Maniac though. 3 hungry Bulgarians out looking for him, and they do manage to find. So, I mean, there was no questions asked there. I'm pretty sure Maniac was probably going to die no matter what decision he made. But he went out like a true hero. 14-1 is going to be the end of the first half. And, well, the only hope for Switzerland now is that they don't lose the pistol.
Bubble went 20-2 in that half.
Yeah, well, as his name suggests, he is Bubble on fire. He's on fire. He's mental.
Let's not forget that Switzerland won the pistol round, which means that Bubble died in the pistol round. So after the pistol round, he went 20-1 over the duration of the next 14 rounds.
I mean, yeah,
just let that sink in for a second.
Yeah, I'm pretty speechless about. Wow.
Yeah. Well, he died again. Marca and Maniac going to put in a little bit of work going into this round. They're going to be able to find the opening 2 picks. Going to be looking for some more. Maniac from Barrels going to find a 3rd and a 4th.
Oh my God, Maniac!
Staying true to his name.
Yeah, no, that was a complete and utter change of everything. I feel like I don't know. You know, Guitar Hero. You know, you get the guitars.
The star
you
power.
play it with. No. Just like the guitars full stop. Like I feel like he's just unplugged his one of them, found his old mouse and keyboard that he used to use back in the day before his pro Guitar Hero scene, and decided to plug that in, give it a go, and as a result, he managed to secure 4 kills just then, which.
I wish I knew what the hell you were talking about.
Oh, don't worry, it's all good. Anyway, here we go. Bulgaria trying to get outside and managed to get a force buy together, and they're pushing on in, but it is going to be in vain because they don't manage to secure anything in that little escapade just there. Still sticking true to their B routes. Spraying through the, wooden panel. Klein manages to take down Minko down to 34 HP. Can't read. But, I mean, still, there's a lot of ground to cover for Switzerland, even if they do manage to secure this round.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for some more here. Decent map control being found here. Spider's going to get the pinch on him. There's a player outside of the corridor that could push into bathrooms and pinch on Spider. This is a little bit tricky right now. So now he's getting back up from Short, and Short's going to be able to come out, find one. Yeah, the second player is going to get mowed down, and that's a little unfortunate because NKL had the opportunity to push up and support in bathrooms. He just never made that play.
Just going to be forced into just a pit of despair there, being hunted down by all the Swiss players, probably trying to extract some revenge for the severe arse whooping they've been getting previously. 14-3 is going to be the scoreline right now, and they're looking to keep ahead. I mean, the real question is sure, now it's more respectful, but is it too little too late for them? I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, I think the damage has already been done. The only way I see this being turned around is if you get like the whole tilt complex. So, I mean, Bulgaria, they've been doing really well. If they then start to lose rounds, they could get tilted as a result of, being on such a high and then being dragged to such a low. But let's find out. Only time will tell. Spider's going to go down. X-Short goes down as well. Now it's going to be a 4-on-3. Bombs heading over towards A and it's going to get implanted shortly. Victor's watching the back of Maniac. Is going to be the receiving end of those P250 bullets.
Not like this. This is a full eco. Not like this. These players don't have armor. They don't have rifles. They have no nades. The only saving grace is that Victor's down at 32, but, I mean, you can see Punisher, he's going to run all the way around to support his teammate over here in bathrooms and go for the 1-1 trade. They actually spot Merca as well, so he's going to hightail it back up, try to get on the bomb. But he doesn't even have a kit.
Oh my god, Victor,
Filthy.
that was... that was really... Oh my god, this is why I used to love watching him play. And that was beautiful. That was just rubbing salt in the wound right there.
That was I don't give a shit peek right there from him. He didn't... Yeah. That was... He knew exactly what he was doing. Boom, right to the face. And now we're on match point. Map and match point.
Yeah, nice. So 15-3. Let's not forget Bulgaria win this. Then, of course, Switzerland can say bye-bye. And we'll be seeing Bulgaria go on through because they've got each team, do have one map currently. And this is the third. And, well, I mean, right now it's not looking too good for Switzerland. A full buy coming out from both teams. Something that we haven't seen just yet. But, I mean, first time for everything. And that bomb just flying up in towards that park area. Looking ahead over towards long. Flashes do go out, so he's able to get out with little to no effort. Spider is going to be able to pick up one in mid, but Minko is going to be there to get that trade frag, which is very important, having someone there to trade for you. Going to be forced into a 4-on-4, but look at Maniac's positioning here. He's pushed up so far. And,
yeah, but they spotted that at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That. They had a player playing at the barrels outside of the terrorist spawn that spotted that push, so... If they do abate from where they're headed right now and they work their way back over, they're going to know that that player is going to be over there. Bubbalo is going to be able to open up onto one at the A-bomb site. It's going to be on short and, well, was on short. And Kale's going to find him. And Klein's going to go down as well, so it leaves it all on Maniac to try to clutch out a 1 versus 4 to save the day. Otherwise, this one's done and dusted.
Maniac, come on. We've seen you do some fantastic things in the past, and this is the time for it right now. But I mean, as it stands, 1 versus 4 against this Bulgarian team, really not where you want to find yourself. And Kiela does find himself on the receiving end of a UMP, but sadly, Minko is going to be there to finish things off, taking down Maniac, and that means that the series is going to end 16-3 here. Bulgaria, they take 2 maps Switzerland, commiserations, they do only take one. And well, there you go. That's that. That is me and Mega Man done for this evening. But before you go away just yet, we're going to go live back into the studio with our wonderful analyst desk, and they'll be able to break down this match for us and give us a little bit of insight. So be sure to stick around.
Bulgaria decided to come in the, well, probably strongest lineup, and that paid off. 16-3 against Switzerland, and Bulgaria will advance through and play against Serbia in the next phase of the first qualifying round. Let's break down what happened on Overpass. A huge stomp.
Yeah, just players of MK decided to show up. They did, carried the team of Bulgaria to win. I mean, as we said, like their T side was the problem on Mirage. They didn't even, they couldn't even play the T side. Like they stomped them on their CD side. Going into the T side, it was just an easy. Yeah, they did lose the pistol round, but then again, like that was an eco with just P250s getting that round, and that was basically it.
Remo?
Yeah, Swiss knife was broken on Overpass, didn't work too well for them. Honestly, we saw what can Bulgaria do with their top players, and how easy it was for them here on Overpass, especially, I mean, Bubble just self-boosting on long, getting 2 kills, no one's punishing him. Victor as well with a couple of crazy plays, and you can see potential in those players and what they can do and why are they best in Bulgaria. And honestly, if they come in this kind of lineup and bring Nick in, I'm really afraid for Serbia.
That's what I wanted to ask Vojt next. Are you afraid? Are you very afraid?
No, not really.
No?
No.
For Serbia?
I mean, yeah, Bulgarian team, that one team. MK, they're probably the best at in the Balkans for a year or two now. But I mean, historically looking, I'm pretty sure we're still leading against the Bulgarian teams.
I don't know. Not sure.
Well, in Asian had a pretty good streak against MK.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day. I think they still haven't lost on LAN against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
Great.
sure?
But this is online.
This is online.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a tough task,
And
definitely.
unless we invite Bulgarian players to come to Serbia, we surely do. I mean, if that's the case, that we
No,
never lost
seriously.
against them.
I think even with this, with the strongest lineup of Bulgaria, like this one they had on Overpass, I think I think we can make it at least interesting and competitive. I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Yeah,
But being the favorite, I think they are definitely the favorite in that match if they bring this lineup.
Okay, well, thank you for help guys for today. Yeah, have a nice evening.
no.
Thank you.
Well, it's currently a storm outside, so
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
there goes
yeah,
that.
Maybe you're gonna stay
There
trapped.
goes nice.
There goes your nice evening. Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna stay trapped here. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching e-frag TV. Let's just do a quick recap of what happened today. Serbia won against Malta 16-4 and 16-4. And in the second match, Bulgaria won against Switzerland 16-6, then lost the second map 19-15 in overtime, and won the third map, Overpass 16-3. So Bulgaria will play against Serbia. Thank you for watching e-frag TV. My name is Georgi Djurdjev. Have a good night.